Y'all already know what it is. We got them Drop the Juice boys back in the building, as y'all see, man. You got your boy Big Team 28, and we got my brother D Flow. And I know it look different right now because guess what? We made that move to ATL, and super excited about the things that we gonna be doing, and super excited about the people we gonna be interviewing. And I'm excited about the move. It was the best. It was the best. It was the best decision move to move to Atlanta because we were trying to grow in all aspects and what's better than Atlanta with all the opportunities and the good people that's growing, that's up and coming business and entrepreneurs. So man, what's up, my brother?
What's good, dog?
Most definitely.
Sir, I'm happy about the move too. Atlanta is a different vibe. It's a different vibe. But I love Houston. It was great opportunities. Met so many people, a lot of cool people that came through and blessed the mic. But it was just time to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like with growth comes change.
Most
If you do
definitely.
the same thing over and over, what's really gonna change? You got to switch it up. You got to move around, see what other opportunities you can find. And there's so many people out here to interview.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of people.
A lot of people who've been through a lot, overcame a lot, and a lot of people come to Atlanta. I feel like Atlanta is like one of the first stepping stones, like when you're trying to get out somewhere, like you're trying
Yeah,
to get a
before
business.
LA, right?
Yeah,
Before
before
LA.
LA or New York, it just depends on what you do. If you're
Hmm.
if you're gonna be an actor or something, LA. If you're in design, you might go to New York, or if you're into like Miami's got a lot of stuff going on too. Houston as well. I feel like Houston's a good stepping stone too. But I feel like Houston is just like I don't know. I mean, there's not a lot of podcasting in Houston. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're literally one of the only podcasts in Houston.
There's a few people that's up and coming, but
Yeah,
we've been going hard. We've been laying that foundation. So
yeah.
that was a plus right there.
So this is the first podcast in Atlanta right now. You can see the new room. We got the white walls. So we're gonna switch it to black, but I kind of like the white when I'm looking on the
Yeah, it look
camera.
cleaner.
And kind of do though.
It
So,
look cleaner.
so I'm gonna make a decision. Like,
Yeah.
should we keep it? I'll let y'all comment. Like, white or black? What do y'all like? I like both. So how you been, bro?
Oh man, I've been good, shaking back, feeling good mentally, but just getting back into the groove and just getting back into, just like getting back to myself. But I've been good. I'm at like a good 70, 80%. I'm gonna be at 100 and real soon though. I've been working on a lot of different things, so it's good.
Yeah, I see your followers going crazy.
Oh
Flying up.
yeah, oh yeah, they've been doing numbers. They've been doing them. When you trust and believe in your work and you understand, man, and you go in it with the right intention, everything gonna work in your favor. A minor setback for a major comeback. That's what it is.
Right.
And I just made that video about, I'm praying to God, but I'm getting pulled back. I'm praying to God, but I'm getting pulled back. But I keep praying, as I keep getting pulled back, as you keep going backwards, thinking you supposed to be going forward, eventually that release gonna be longer. Eventually that when God let you receive that blessing is gonna be bigger.
Yeah.
That's why I made that video.
I agree. I mean, God's gonna keep pulling you through things, and the problem is a lot of people give up during that time. When
Most
God
definitely.
starts putting you through those struggles and those things, we don't really understand what God's really doing for us. He's trying to prepare us for something big. The only way that you could fill some really big shoes is to have gone through some really big struggles.
Most
If you've never
definitely.
been through nothing, you're never gonna be able to be that person you're supposed to be. So if life was just easy, 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 and then we would never be able to go far in life
Never.
because when we're trying to do it, when the obstacles come, we won't be able to fight them, overcome them. You have to have the strength to fight the future obstacles, whether it comes with money, comes with friendships, it comes with any types of struggles that you go through, relationships. You have to be able to overcome these things, and God's gonna put the heaviest the
The
heaviest
heaviest
burden
burden.
on his strongest
Yeah.
people, the people he has with the biggest vision. Like he's like, I see you being something huge, but the only way you could be something huge is to overcome this.
Overcome
And
these
I feel like
situations.
money is the biggest thing, right? Because when like the stuff that we do, like if you're an entertainer, you're in the content world, like you're an actor, you're gonna get a lot of money when it's time. So if he doesn't teach you how to handle that money and what to do with that money and how to what like the importance of money, the value of money, and then when it comes, you're not gonna be able to handle it correctly. You're gonna get it, you're gonna lose, you're gonna blow it. So I feel like and you have to kind of do that. Sometimes if you never actually got a bag and blew it, then man, just that's not a good thing because now when you really get the real bag, you're gonna be blowing that motherfucker so crazy. So I feel like even with money, it has to be taught. You know what I mean? It's just rules to it.
Most definitely. Most definitely. God been having his way. I could tell you that. One thing about it, he been having his way. And as I said, as I'm giving praise, he constantly pulling me back. As I'm giving praise, he constantly pulling me back through the trials and tribulation. But he also, as I say, when he pulling me back, He being able to clear my vision. He being able to let me see a lot of things that meant for me, a lot of things that's not meant for me, and a lot of things that's gonna help me. So when you getting pulled back, you getting pulled back to be able to see all your visions, all your different angles of way of life or which way you gonna take. So, people fail to realize when I made that, man, I just wasn't saying I'm getting pulled back from the blessing. I was getting pulled back to so I could see my vision, see where I wanna go, and see who mean good to me. At the end of the day, going through these trials and tribulations, I'm learning about why people do certain things and why they here for you and why they willing to give you this when certain situations occur.
Who's there for you when you really need them?
Oh yeah, but they could be there for you. They could be there for you when you really need them. But is they doing it with the right intention? So that's very important.
That's
A lot of people could be there when you need them, but is they doing it with the right intentions? And that's just something that you don't know until you find out when they do it. Then you see their intention wasn't pure. So at the end of the day, like I said, I'm just as God pulling me back. I'm just preparing myself for a stronger release, but also staying grounded and also understanding too, as you going through them things, you got to keep doing the right thing. You got to stay on the right path. You can't just get discouraged and go off and doing the wrong thing. So that's why I say, call me Mr. Pullback, but when that release comes, it's gonna be nasty.
I like what you said right there when you said, do they have the right intentions? A lot of people are looking for opportunity and they'll take, like, if somebody comes with it, like, oh yeah, I'll take it. But there's strings to it. There's things that come with that. So you can't just take, if people don't have the right intentions, if they're given with the wrong intentions, you don't really want to take from those people. But you don't really always learn that until it's too late sometimes. So
Most definitely.
that's the only thing. You'll realize after you get, you're like, bro, what did I get myself
What
into?
did I get myself? Why did I move like that? But it's all good though, man. God having His way, and I want Him to continue this having His way, and we gonna keep on moving forward. What the word is, baby.
For sure. So going through those times, like obviously we did some recent videos where it was you was going through a lot of stuff. We both were. Like, what do you feel like? There's just so many people out there right now who are going through it. They haven't found the solution. They might be losing faith in God during these trials and tribulations. What advice do you have for them to overcome and not let the devil take over?
Oh man, the first thing first is I say it all the time. You gotta hit your knees. You gotta hit your knees, and you gotta stay on your knees, and you gotta be consistent being on your knees. You gotta be comfortable on your knees because right now we're in a spiritual warfare. So, the devil very busy. Things starting to slow up. People starting to change. Opportunities starting to walk away. So when I say you gotta stay on your knees, mean you gotta be there. You gotta stay prayed up, man, and the only way you could stay prayed up, you gotta have that relationship with God. You gotta have that connection. And one thing about me that I learned, long as I stay prayed up, God will keep the enemies away. And soon when I stop praying, stop believing in Him, that's when He's starting to let the devil and the people that mean you no good interfere. So that's why I say stay prayed up, stay on your knees, get you a pad, get you some cushion or whatever you gotta do. But it's a must you stay on your knees. It's that time of season that you gotta stay on there and you gotta keep talking and praying. You gotta keep going.
Dan, you made a point right there. It's like if you're not praying and you're not talking to God, you're not allowing Him to guide you. That's when you're able to the enemies, the devil is able to send people to infiltrate into your circle easily. Like if you're staying prayed up, God's gonna be telling you like, hey, look, that person right there, you got to keep him away. He'll give you the signs, but if you're not praying, those signs become distant. They become hard to see. He might not even be sending them.
Big time. That's why I said, man. That's why I say you gotta stay on your knees. And I was just saying to myself, I'm on my knees, but I'm giving praise. I'm on my knees, but I'm giving thanks. I'm on my knees, but I'm giving praise. Blessings ain't coming, but I'm on my knees. Things ain't looking good, but I'm on my knees. Things ain't going right, but I'm on my knees. I'm constantly staying on my knees. I'm giving praise to God, but what's taking them so long? But I ain't coming off my knees. You can't come off your knees until God allow you to come up off your knees. At times, man, we want to stop praying, but if we stop praying, we might lose everything. So you got to stay on your knees, man. Most definitely.
You got to stay consistent with praying.
Yes, indeed.
Like whatever it takes. Like I'm gonna tell you, for me, like that's something I'm working on. But I will say this: one thing that I do is put reminders in my phone. You know, every so many hours you could put a reminder on your phone saying make sure you give praise to God. If it's not something that you're naturally doing because you're new to it, you might not be praying a lot, give yourself reminders before you go to sleep, when you wake up, like whatever it is in the middle of the day, like all those. Make sure that you're praying, because what happens is once you get that disconnect from God, that's when you start going on that wrong path. And if you forget to pray for a day and then it becomes 2 days and 3 days and it becomes a week and a month, that connection starts to get lost. You start to lose where you're really going in life. Like you said, like God will put you in a place where he'll pull you back so you can see everything. He'll take certain things away so you can really see your vision. But so many of us are living life not knowing what our vision really is. It's like, what is your vision? Is your vision really going forward, or you keep going back? If you keep thinking about all the shit that happened and stressing that shit, you're just looking back. You got to keep staying looking forward
Most
to
definitely.
what's next. You know what I'm saying?
Very important. Talk to me, D-Flow.
But yeah, I'm definitely, so I feel like I ain't writing no question down. This one, we're just winging it.
Nah, go ahead. Go ahead, run it.
But yeah, dog. So I mean, I'm glad to see that you overcame that stuff though, because like
Yeah,
it was
we still in the mix of it, baby.
we're still in the mix of it, and it's like, and that's the thing. Like, no matter how successful you get in life, how many things you got going on, it doesn't mean that the struggle is over.
Yeah.
People think like, oh, once I get some money, I'm good. It's not really true. Like, money is not literally the key to happiness. It's really about peace. It's about mental peace. But the only way that you can get that is through God and living all through God. I mean, like I'm so glad that I found out about that brand, All Through God, because I actually never really fully understood like the
All
importance
through
of that.
God.
Yeah, like, because we always have that thing where like, oh, God won't mind if I do this. Oh, I can get away with this.
Yeah,
But
most definitely. God ain't that type of God, man. I gotta say this though. I want to say this. I want to say this. Me and a close person was talking, and this what the word was. If God, this how God worked. If God came and told you, "I'm gonna forgive you for every sin you commit," what that mean? You gonna make every mistake because He told you He'll forgive you and welcome you into the heavens of gates. But if God didn't tell you that, then what you gonna do? You gonna be mindful of the mistakes and the things you do because you want to get to the heaven of gates. But I'm gonna give you the example. Check this out. Listen to me. I'm gonna break this one down. I know this one's gonna do 1,000,000+ views right here. If you say I'm taking my friends out to eat, you take people out to eat, and they all order food. They all buy their own food, right? They pay for their own food. But then you tell them, hey, matter of fact, don't worry about paying for it. I'm gonna pay for your food. Guess what people would have said? I would have ordered more.
something more.
I
Yeah.
would have ordered more. I would have got something different. I would have got something more.
Mm-hmm.
So listen to what I'm saying. So if you tell a person you're gonna buy them something to eat, they gonna buy things that they won't pay for themselves. They won't buy. But if you don't tell them and you let them order what they can afford, but then when it's time to pay, you pay for it, then they're gonna be questioning why you didn't tell them. But listen to this. That go back to say, if God tell you I'm gonna forgive you for every sin, then would you do the right thing? No, because you knowing that He gonna forgive you every time, so you gonna do wrong. But if God don't tell you that, He gonna keep you on your toes for you to still beating to see if you worked it and you capable of staying disciplined to understanding that you want to get to the heavens of gate. So that to say, a lot of times in life we gotta understand too. We can't tell a person what we gonna do. We just gotta allow them to see what we gonna do after their actions. That's very important because when you bring a person out to eat, they gonna dog your money.
Yeah.
They gonna just order things that they want, they can't afford.
Yeah.
But if you don't tell them you gonna pay for it and let them say, man, this is what my account can afford, this is what my money afford, I'm gonna order this. And when it's time to pay, they gonna be like, man, I wish you would have told me. I would have got this steak instead of this fish. I would have got this salmon instead of this tilapia. That's how God works. If I tell you I'm gonna do something, then you ain't gonna be obedient and respect what I'm willing to spend. You gonna try to break me. But if I don't tell you and let you be obedient to the word and be obedient to your money, you gonna do the right thing. So that's the way God works. That's what I need people to understand. God ain't gonna tell you He gonna forgive you for your sins for you to go make dumb decisions.
That's very true. Like, I always was a little bit confused about the whole like, I'm gonna forgive you for all your sins, because I feel like that's kind of opened the door for people to go out there and start doing. Oh, like, well, I can go kill this dude because God gonna forgive me.
Yeah.
I can go I can go steal this thing right here. I can go shoot this person because God's gonna forgive me. So it's like I feel like that message has been a little bit confused. But you know what's like they say you gotta accept Jesus as your personal savior. That's the only way you can get your sins forgiven. So it's kind of like making people, you know, believe in Jesus. I don't know. I always felt like that was a very questionable doctrine. I'm like, I feel like you should, like karma. I believe in karma. You know what I'm
Very
saying?
important.
I feel like instead of looking at it like we're all forgiven for everything, we should look at karma because karma. If I do good to you, you'll do good to me. If I have a positive mindset, then I'll attract people with positive mindset. If I give to somebody, someone else will give to me. That's a better way of life, I feel like. And I think that God would prefer that perspective of just karma. Like
Yeah.
do good for people
And
and they'll
be
do good for
good for
you.
you. Yeah.
You do good for God, He'll do good for you.
Most
If
definitely.
if you do what God does not, because God will let you know, I don't want you doing this. You'll feel it. You know He's not feeling what you're doing, but you do it anyway. I'm pretty sure God is going to be a little bit different with your blessings because of that. So He might. So here's the thing. Maybe there's a little bit misunderstanding. God will forgive you, but in the moment, is He going to give you less blessings because of what you've done?
Over decisions you made. Yes,
See,
indeed.
they don't talk about
Yes,
that
indeed.
part.
It's consequences to all the decisions you make and all the sins you make. So you gotta be mindful. He gonna forgive you, but he gonna make you pay for that sin. So that's another thing too, though, man. I've been, like I said, in this journey of this spiritual growth, this spiritual just being able to understand it and stuff like that in connection. God just showing me a lot of things, man. It's just the way you think, the way you look at certain things, the way you treat certain people, the way you everything. So I've been going through it and I've been understanding and I've been pulling, like I said, God been pulling me back like a rubber band so I can able to see everything. When you getting pulled back like a slingshot, now you see that, you could go there, you could go straight, you could go there, you could go there, you could see damn not behind your head. But when you so missed in the midst of everything and you ain't going through nothing, you can't see nothing who mean you good. But soon as you go back and fall off, man, you able to see everything. That's why I say I'm just glad God working in mysterious ways, man. We gonna keep winning. Listen, man, God keep doing what you're doing. I ain't mad at you for what you're doing. I'm just know you making me stronger for better days to come. And that's just what it is. Like, so I ain't mad at it. I'm gonna embrace this shit because I know I'm built for it. I ain't running from it. Keep bringing it. Because when I know when it's over with, man, come on, man. People fail to realize you might lose the battle, but I'm going to win the war. That's more important.
Right.
I want to win the war. The battle, that ain't nothing. I want to win the war.
Sometimes you can't win the war because you losing that battle is the only reason you won the war. Because when you lost that battle, you learned something, right? And then on your next battle, you used it. So without losing that battle, you may not have been able to win your battles after that. Because your losses are really your lessons.
Yeah,
So
very.
you lost the battle, but the lesson is the reason you were able to win the next battle.
You had the equipment. See, the losses you bring, when you lose, you go back to the drawing board. And when you go back to the drawing board, you figure out what you didn't have in the last fight.
Exactly.
And when you figure that out and you see where you went wrong, then now when you go to the next fight, you got everything. You got everything. You got everything. But anyway, I tell people all the time, you can't go to the fight if you ain't got your Bible with you. That's the first thing to win a battle. That's the first thing to win a fight, is to have God with you, to have his knowledge, to have his own wisdom, to have his presence. That's the first way. That's the best way to win any fight. Go there with God's presence and watch how the enemies flee. That's what I'm learning a lot of times. Like I said, I've been learning too. My spiritual walk, um my spiritual love that I got with God, it fade people away. My discernment run people away. When I get in the room, the devil already know a strong man of God coming in, so they gotta flee. And that's just good. That's because I want that. I want that for me. I want everybody to flee. That don't mean me no good. Because guess what? Everybody that I love that mean me good, we gonna win. I'm gonna help you. I'm gonna help you. We gonna win. I'm gonna help you. I don't care. You ain't gotta look for me. I'm looking for you. That's why I'm coming. I'm looking for you. If you was there for me, I'm gonna be there for you till the day they put you in the ground. That's the type of heart I got, and I want to see everybody win. I say that from the bottom of my heart because I really mean it. Before you met me, D-Fly, you just say that. I'm Big Team 28, the best person to train and the best uplifting, the best positive person to be around, the one who speak about the man up above, the one who ain't afraid to lead these kids in the right direction, the one who tell these kids to put down the guns and pick up a Bible. I say that because I mean that from the bottom of my heart. The one that want to see everybody win.
You know, I was in New Orleans. We had my girl's grandma's funeral, and we were talking to the funeral director, and she was saying that like right now there's so many young kids getting killed in New Orleans. Like there's so many young like 18, 16, 21, 19 years old. Like almost more young kids dying than older people.
Yeah, yeah, that's the way it is. They live. They die to live instead of living to die. And that's why I talk to the young kids, and I can't wait till I open up more doors to talk to young kids and tell them, man, die to live, not live to die, not try to be before your time, not try to do things on your time and not God's time, because people ain't playing with you. They willing to take you out, and if you ain't making no good smart decision, you gonna get took out. I could tell you one thing: they ain't building new school. They building more graveyards and jailhouses, because they know people making wrong decisions. That's why I say get with somebody, get with an OG, get with somebody that's a mentor that could open these doors, that could lead you in the right direction. Somebody that you could use for an example to not do that. And that's why I put my life out there so they could know that my life was an example to use to not do certain things that I did to where it can lead you in the wrong direction.
Do you feel like there was decisions in your life that you've made in the past that could have had you
Yes,
one of
indeed. A
those
lot of them. A
statistics?
lot of them. A lot of them. That's one of the things people fail to realize. You say karma. Karma come back to you after not the day, not the next day, but over a long period of time. And some of the decisions you made might not haunt you right then. It might be years from now when you're trying to get somewhere to the next level. So most definitely, and
That's so true.
that's why I say, you know, um, you gotta understand the way God works. And that's why I say, that's why I say I ain't running from whatever situation come, because I know I'm gonna be able to overcome it, and I accept all the wrongs, and that's why I was able to move forward. One of the hardest things I say, God came talk to me, say, in order for you to move forward in life, you gotta forgive your daddy. And I did that. And I forgave him, and I was able to
When was
move
that?
forward. That was like 3 years ago. We had a talk, and he told me to forgive my daddy. But then we had an incident, and it brought back memories of why I forgave him. And then God say, it's gonna come times people gonna let you down, but you forgave them, and that's all that matter. You showed me you was capable of. People gonna let you go down all the time in your life, but one thing God ain't gonna do, He ain't gonna let you down. And that's just what it is.
I mean, I agree that like for people think that forgiving somebody, you're doing it for them. You're like, oh, I feel bad for them. I'm gonna forgive them. We don't forgive people for them. We forgive people for us. Because when you forgive somebody, you're letting go of something that's bothering you inside. Like that person did something that upset you and made you feel some type of way, and then you forgave them so that you could let go of that emotion. Like when I think of that person, I don't get mad. When they come around, I'm not upset. That's why I forgive you. Like I can forgive you, but that doesn't mean we cool. It doesn't mean we're gonna be kicking it. I'm forgiving you so that I can let go of that stress and that pressure. I can let go of that negative feeling that you give me every time your name comes up. So forgive people for you. You don't have to forgive somebody because you want to be cool with them again. You forgive them because you just don't. You want to let go of the energy. And going back to what you said earlier about like taking a step back, like when you're trading stocks, like a lot of people zoom in to like the 1 minute for all the stock traders out there. They zoom in and watch the stock on a really small time frame, and they're not able to see what's going on in the long time frame. When you zoom in too close on your trades and your stock trades, you're only seeing what's going on the last like couple minutes. But when you zoom out and you look at it from like an hour, 4 hour, or a day, you're able to see what was going on last week, last month. You're able to see what's going on. You can't only just look from the close. So that goes to life too. If you only look at what's going on right now, you don't look around and see everything else, see what your goals have been. You might have said, I'm going to be over here in a year from now. But you forgot because you're only worried about what's going on right now. You have to take a step back sometimes and look around and really assess your life. Assess who you got around you. Assess who's influencing you. Assess who you're giving access to your time and your personal space, because that matters and that will affect where you're going. You have to be very careful, like who you keep around you, who's telling, who you're getting advice from. That's a huge one, and that's why I love doing this podcast, because we're able to put our life experiences. Like I've made a lot of decisions too that could have put me as passed away years ago. I've made plenty of decisions, even as a teenager, as an adult, where I was like, bro, that could have went differently. I could have been gone. It's easy. It's like even every day when we drive, sometimes we driving a little crazy trying to get somewhere. It's like, bro, you could die. You know what I'm saying? Driving the way you're driving. This is the little decisions we make. All it takes is one wrong move, and you lose control. You kill.
That's why I tell you all the time. When you a driver, you can't just drive for you. You got to drive for everybody. When you a leader, you can't just lead for you. You got to lead for everybody. When you got to be that example setter, that trend setter, that mind setter, that leader direction. When you lead, you got to lead not just because you leading you. You got to lead the troops into that destiny. And when God make you a chosen one and He make you a sergeant, He asks you to do His work. He expecting you to be that leader, be that direction leader, be that person to lead. And that's why, like I said, man, God ain't gonna make you a lieutenant if He know you ain't built for the war wounds. And not just a lieutenant accept a lieutenant get fought for if his soldiers ain't compete right. And a lot of times, like I said, man, just understanding what way God use you, accepted the way He gonna use you, and you move forward. And that's just what it is.
Yeah. A lot of people don't want to do what God wants them to do.
Come on, man.
They want to do what they want to
on.
do.
The
God
wounds hurt.
has something bigger for you.
Come on, big God. The wounds hurt.
It hurts.
Come on,
It
the
hurts
battles
to
hurt.
become that. The battles hurt so bad that a lot of people
on.
can't deal with it. It's like once them wounds hit, they give up. They're like, I'm done. I'm done. I can't keep going. But if you want to be a lieutenant, if you want to be something in life, you can't let the wounds stop you. The wounds will bleed. They got to heal. But you can't let that be the reason you quit.
Come on.
Like if you still got 2 legs, you still got 2 arms, then why aren't you walking? Why are you just sitting there doing nothing?
Come on.
Like you are more blessed than you even realize. And you're over there, stressed out. I can't do it. It's like there's people doing it. It's like trainer. There's people who have no arms who can do things that you can't do. And you got all the arms and legs, and you got excuses every single day.
Come on.
You can do it. Like, stop letting people tell you can't do it. Stop letting the little hard times make you give up. Like I don't give up. That's one thing about me. I don't give. And maybe like I'm gonna keep going no matter what, even if it's $0 coming from. If I believe in it and I know it's gonna be something, if I plant that seed, I'm gonna keep watering it. Even when I ain't got no water to drink, I'm gonna keep trying to get, even if it's a couple drops. Every day, if you put a couple drops in, eventually the bucket will be full. But if you just keep taking breaks, I can't do it. I'll get to it next week. That's God's gonna give the blessing to somebody else.
Most definitely.
He can be like, you know what? You ain't built for this. I thought you were, but you know what? They is. Your opportunities just slide right out your hands into another. Like blessings are not permanent. God will give you a blessing. You can take it back. He could be like, I gave you that shit, and you ain't do what I thought you was gonna do.
Most definitely could take it back.
Take it right on back and hand it over to someone else. And it could be somebody you're looking at them, you're like, damn, how they getting up? Because you didn't do what you were supposed to. You're always trying to blame everybody else. It's you. You didn't take the opportunity and run with it. And that's what we did. With any opportunity that comes, we run with it.
Run with it and do the right thing with it. Most definitely, man. I'm going to tell you right now, if you're out there and you're dealing with any situation, don't give up. Continue to let God use you. Continue to keep going through the battles and the war wound. Understand this one thing for sure and 2 things for certain. God will never forsake you in anything you do. If you trust and believe in Him, He going to stay with you every bit of the way. You understand me? Don't run from the battle. Don't run from the battle because the battle going to make you stronger to win a war.
If you run from the battle, you'll never win the war.
Most definitely.
We all want to win the war. If you don't want to win the war, then what's you fighting? Like, what's you doing? We all want to win the war.
You don't want to win one round without winning the whole title.
Exactly.
You understand me? Gervonta Davis, he don't just want to win a first round. He want to win every round. He want to win every round to win a title. You got to go 12 rounds. We in that 12. We in the 11 round, and guess what? That 12 round might be difficult, but you got to find a way to win. We in that 11th season, we in November, and we got to find a way. And guess what? You might have made it through November, but then December coming, then you gassed. You looking for where you going to get the strength from, why you going to be able to punch like you were punching in the first and second round. And then you realize, I got to go talk to God, and God going to give you that strength. 12 seasons, 12 rounds, people get tired. Arms getting heavy. Mindset ain't making the right decision. Things starting to get sloppy with it, and that's when you gotta hit your knees and ask God give you the strength so you can overcome and be the winner, be the victorious through the war wounds in the battle.
That's so true, bro. There's 12 rounds. It's like so many people will fight for the first 5, 6, 8 rounds. Just because you win the first 8 rounds, let's say you're up 8 rounds, but the ninth round you're starting to play around. You know what could happen?
knocked out.
You get knocked out.
In
You
every
get
round.
knocked out, and
All of
all the rounds don't even matter.
Don't even matter.
You could have won every round, and now you lost the whole war. The war is the match. You lost the match because you gave up in the ninth round. You put your hands down. You weren't guarding like you were. You started playing. You can't go hard for the beginning and then start fucking around.
You got to go hard every round. Every round you got to go hard. Every day you got to go hard. Every day you got to go hard. Every day.
It's not even a question, bro. Like that one day you didn't go hard is why you lost it all.
Go hard or go home. Y'all already know what it is, man. We got to drop the jewels, boys. We back in the building. Man, listen, don't give up. Until next time.
We'll see you on the next episode.
Most definitely.
Yeah.